Hi, I'm Anthony with Solar Tax Pros, and this is an endless drip message for solar pros to get tips every single day so that they can close more sales. Now, the number one thing that I need you to know is that when somebody gets an incentive for buying a product, they need to know a few things to make them feel confident, right? What is the incentive to buy this product? Who's giving it? How much am I going to get? And when am I going to get it back? Right? That instills confidence in the buyer. If I go to Walmart and there's a manufacturer guarantee, well, when am I going to get the money back? Right? Do I have to fill out a whole bunch of forms and wait? What's the deal, right? I usually never get the money back from the manufacturer, right? I'm always left hanging. So, well, when you buy solar, right, there is a government agency called the IRS that's going to give you the money back. And they're going to give you that money back when you file your taxes the following year. When you buy a product that comes with a manufacturer warranty or rebate or incentive, you really need to know what it is you're getting, right, as a consumer. How much money are you getting it back? When are you getting it back? Right? Who is giving you the money? Right? All of this either instills confidence that, hey, I'm going to get this money back. I'm going to fill out this form and I know I'm going to get this money back. It says it right here. This is a major company, manufacturer, government, and I'm going to get this money back. And if I have a problem, I have a support team to get that money back. It's just not on me, right? And so you need to know all these things in order to feel confident that you're going to get that money back, right? And the same is true for solar, right? You can't just tell a customer, hey, I'm going to give you a 30% investment tax credit. It's by the government. Speak to your CPA and you're all set and you're ready to go. Because it just isn't true, right? There's a lot of factors in place. Did you fill out the form right? Who's filling out the form? Are they an expert at filling out this form on a daily basis? What if they make a mistake, right? What if I'm not paying income taxes? Do I get the money back then? No, it's a non-refundable tax credit. Who's giving me the money back? The IRS. What if I owe the IRS money? Some million variables, right? And so at Solar Tax Pros, we instill that confidence in your buyer, right? We explain how much money they're going to get back, when they're going to get it back, and who's giving it to them, the IRS. So there are other strategies we can employ to get that money back sooner rather than later, right? Because if you don't use all your tax credit in the first year because you're not paying enough income taxes, you have to carry it forward until you use it all up. And a lot of people are missing carrying it forward. We can also now, with advanced tax planning and the Inflation Reduction Act, carry it backwards 3 years. 3 years. So what does that mean? That means if they paid taxes $3,000 a year for the last 3 years, that's $9,000 that I can, with advanced tax planning and amending their tax returns cleanly, I can get that $9,000 and pluck it right out of the IRS's vault and put it back into the customer's hands so that they can take that money and do what they want with it. They can pay off debt, they can pay down their solar system and keep their teaser solar loan payment going. They can do whatever they want with that money, right? They can use it to pay off back IRS debt. There's a lot of things they can do with that money, right? They can pay off higher interest debt because they have a 4.99 with you. So they have 18.99 with the credit card company. They can take that cash and pay off the 18.99. There's a lot of things they can do. So the best feature we have is our pre-sale phone consultation. Simply put, you put the calculator information in, and then you give us a call on our hotline with the customer on the phone, and you say, hey, Can you explain the solar incentives to the customer? And we say, sure, right? We just had a customer yesterday call in, and they were only paying $3,000 in income taxes. So we said, okay, you have a $15,000 tax credit here on your $50,000 solar system. You're going to get $3,000 back in 2025. And then we're going to go back to 24, 23, and 22 and get the other 3,000, 3,000, and 3,000. So now you're going to get $12,000 back in your hand so that you can have that money now. Now, you may want to lease, Mr. Customer, right? You may want to lease. If you'd like, we can dial in these numbers. If you can get me your last 3 years tax returns, or if you just want to give me page 2 of your 1040, it says on line 24 your total tax liability. Now, this can be confusing, right? Well, there's one, how much your total tax bill is, line 24, your total tax liability, how much you've contributed to that tax liability over the year, right, by them sucking some money out of your W-2, right, out of your paycheck. And then what's the difference between those two? Do I owe money? Am I getting a refund back because I overpaid? And then when you buy solar, you're going to get a refund back. If you've been paying, you're going to get that money back. So watch this video a few times, okay? I'm going to be sending a series of videos. Every single day in your inbox, you're going to get an email from me. And this stuff's going to stick, and it's never going to end because I'm always going to come up with some new content. And you can go back and watch the videos. We'll have it on a platform. You can watch it on Instagram and just thumb through like I like to do when I find a good channel. And, you know, learn and absorb and rewatch videos, right? I've seen my favorite movie 100 times because I like the video, right? I like the movie and I like what's being displayed there. It sinks into my brain and my conscience. And then I use it, right? I recite those lines and I feel that energy and I use it in my life. So, in a nutshell, know those solar incentives inside and out, how they're going to get back to the customer, have a tax advisor, verify that information with the homeowner. Maybe it's a little bit more work, right? Maybe you got to ask the customer for the tax returns, but that shows that you're a professional, right? You're not just in it for a wham bam sale. There's homework that needs to go into this, right? There's a lot. It's a big project. Customers want to feel secure that they're making the right decision. They know that they need electricity for the rest of their life, and they know that a system can create that free electricity from the sun. Now it's a matter of educating them on how to get the money back from the government to pay for it, right? We got the 30% investment tax credit. Hey, they're talking about chopping that, so time is of the essence, right? You got an extra 10% energy community zone. If you're in a third of the country that qualifies, you know, you can click on a calculator and it takes you right to the Department of Energy's map. And then you see if they're getting that extra 10%. Then you got a tax deduction benefit where if you're earning some money, you can, you know, write off the cost of that solar system. That may push some people down so low that they're going to qualify for more of the earned income credit. And that's going to be, and that is refundable. So that could be another $1,000 to $7,000 back in their pocket, right? Then there's state tax deductions. There's even in Illinois, SRECs. There's battery rebates. There's inverter rebates. It's unbelievable. Like in Illinois, if you're not selling in Illinois, you're missing the boat. You better jump on that bandwagon immediately. Illinois is awesome, okay? We have some EPCs out there that are doing great work, and we know who they are because, you know, we know who they are. So I look forward to continuing to educate you, and watch out for tomorrow's video. It's going to be a doozy.